Stephen, another good performance, but another clean sheet as well. You must be pleased all in all with that.
I am, Lewis. You know, when you play against the big teams, let's be honest, Celtic are a great club, lots of good players. And that's twice this season we've played them and twice we've beaten them. And it's not all about that, but it's about the mentality of when you face bigger teams. Can you cope? I just thought our shape was very good today. You know, they started with the 3-4-3, changed to 4-3-3. We had to probably almost forced them to change because we were dominating the game. And they do have plenty of the ball. They do move the ball well, but I must credit the lads for their effort, for their endeavour. You shouldn't always have to do that, but I just thought our work rate was absolutely terrific. Their willingness to go and do things in the game and run beyond people and to fight to keep the ball alive. Almost try and make it uncomfortable for your opponents. But uncomfortable, but also we were good. I thought at times we were good in possession. Yes, we give the ball away cheaply at times, and times we make wrong decisions, but I think over the piece we merited the victory.
Yeah, and you spoke about that ruthlessness. There was certainly that ruthlessness in front of goal. Perhaps even could have been more, as we've said, but that ruthlessness at the back to throw their bodies on the line and keep that back door shut was impressive to see. Well,
it's always a challenge when you play, you know, the big teams. I keep talking about the big teams because Celtic are big, but that's the challenge, that they always have good players in the final third of the pitch. That if you're not ruthless, or you're slack, or you're lazy, you don't fill the gap, or you let someone get a shot off, they can punish you. Yeah. So sometimes your concentration levels have to go up a little notch. And that's always the challenge when you play them. Can you do that? And I felt as if in the first game we did, but I thought the second game today we did as well. You know, so a lot of tired bodies out there. They've covered a lot of distance. You know, just their appetite for the game was terrific. But 2 games to go, it's easy sometimes to feel sorry for ourselves. Our season's nearly over, let's let it run by. We didn't. And that was the challenge I laid down to them before the game. Could they really go and have the intensity about their play? I thought, you know, in general there was some really good performances. Jake Hastie played on Saturday for Airdrie, and now it's Monday. You know, we've asked him to play 2 games in 3 days. We've asked Adam Livingston to play 2 games in 3 days, just through lack of numbers. But I thought the two of them, fitness-wise and energy-wise, and willingness to do it, just said, yep, I'll play, no problem. That's refreshing and it's nice. So, I mean, you could go through the full day. I thought David Turnbull was as good as he's been. I just thought David looked a man amongst boys today. Just the way he ran with the ball and the way he got in possession of it. His running power up and down the pitch, that's always been our wee question mark over David. So hopefully that gives him a huge lift. Keith was here, Keith Lasley was here, so that report back, which is always nice. So overall, really pleased. I mean, I'm going on a bit, but there's just so many good things about the game today that means you can build on it. I want to be a hard team to play against, not just because we're physical and we're strong and we're fit, but also that we can play with the ball. And I felt we'd done both today.
Yeah, and you're right in saying that, Craigs, because it looked at times that Celtic really couldn't handle us, especially going forward, and they struggled to break us down as well at points. So there really is so many positives to take.
You don't always get the balance right.
Yeah.
You don't always. At times, you know, they can cut you up with passes or they have people in wide areas, but people stuck to their task. And I think that's the key bit about it. We had given them a shape, we had spoke about it, about little triggers of when people step in and, you know, little rules. It was almost rushed through in the last couple of days because we didn't really know the team until last night or this morning. It was probably changing this morning still sometimes. So for them to take it on board and replicate that. But yes, you know, you can be as good defensively as you want, or your shape can be good, but you still have to be good in possession. You still have to be brave to make a pass. I mean, you've got 3 midfield players like Shea, David and Liam. They can make a pass. You've got the pace of Jake up top. He can run in behind. He can make things happen. He's got a goal instinct in him. And Jamie Semple at 16 years of age, not having played a lot of under-20 football, it was a big challenge for him today to go in and see if he could match up to it. And physically, I thought he did. You know, so there's lots of pleasing things from different aspects, from different players. Sean Bowers playing against his former club, and I said to him, I don't really remember a Motherwell under-20 team beating Celtic twice in the one season. Could we go and do it? Could we be the first team to go and do it and really show that we've got a little bit about us? So loads of little question marks before the game. Nice to say and nice to report after the game. All answered very well.
Craigs, congratulations.
Thank you. Cheers.